Hey guys, this is Richard with Dice University, and this video I'm going to walk you through how to create a native ads campaign using Revcontent.
This video is brought to you by Landerize.com. Create highly optimized landing pages in minutes. Get your 14-day free trial in the description below this video.
Okay, so the first thing that I want to do when I get this campaign started is I want to start looking for what type of offer I want to run. All right, so I obviously know what offer I'm going to run. I'm going to stick to health. The reason why I stick to health is because a lot of people typically have health issues, especially in the United States. No offense to anyone from the US, but it's true. And that works quite well with native ads, all right? Because native ads, you don't have that much ability to target as you would with like Facebook. So you want to go for offers that have a broader appeal, all right? So the offer that I'm actually gonna run with for this one is, let's click on health and fitness. And the sub vertical that we're going to go through is, let me have a look here. Let's see. Let's look at exercise and fitness. Let's see what we have there. Oh, been logged out. Let's log back in. All right, so exercise and fitness. Yes, I'm looking at these offers around like back pain, back issues, because a lot of people that if you have a health issue, even if you're overweight, there are also accompanied issues that come with that. All right, so majority of people that are overweight may have also have some back issues. So rather than just do like supplements and things that directly tackle the diet issue, I want to target an issue that is still part of that. All right, it still has a mass appeal, but it isn't one of the sort of obvious ones. All right, and this again gives you a variety of different types of offers that you can run. Obviously we're going to be running this with Revcontent. So the first thing I want to do, I want to look at these offers. So this one is, the first one is Back to Life, new VSL for 2020. So it's called, the offer is Erase My Back Pain. So let's take a look. So whenever I'm about to run an offer, I always like to take a look at the VSL, watch the VSL where possible. Obviously I'm not going to watch the VSL in this video, but I would recommend that when you're running this for yourself, or if you're trying out an offer, you want to watch the VSL. You want to know exactly what type of angles you could utilize for the campaign. If you don't watch the VSL, if you're taking the lazy route, you're not going to get the full effects and the full benefits of your campaign. So let's take a look here. So relieve low back pain and sciatica at home. I don't know what that is, but cool. I'm guessing that's like a back related issue. Standard VSL. Going to mute that. Okay, cool. And the main thing I want to check out is similar web. Wow. 1.1 mil monthly visits. So obviously, even just by the amount of hits that this offer is getting, that indicates that there is a lot of demand. People are sending a lot of traffic. Most likely it's a good converting offer as well. See a huge spike between February and March. That indicates that that's actually ridiculous. It went from 300,000 hits to 1.3 mil. Or 1 mil difference within a month's time frame. That's crazy. Anyway, this offer is obviously getting a lot of traffic, which indicates it converts. Obviously, some people will be thinking, if it gets a lot of traffic, surely that means that it's saturated, I can't run this anymore. Well, I would say no. When it comes to, especially with native, don't go in with a scarcity mindset. If another affiliate's making money off that, I can't make money too. You need to think about it like, the affiliates that are running with these big numbers are making 6 figures plus every single month, and you're probably coming in and trying to get to maybe 10k a month, maybe it's 20k a month, maybe it's 30k a month. So you're eating a bit off of that pie. So make sure you correct your perspective when you're thinking about, you know, if offer's saturated or not. All right, don't get me wrong, offers do get saturated. So if it was like consistently 1 mil a month over a 6 month period, then most likely there's going to be a huge dip after a while. But you can see that this offer was fairly new. If you look at back in December, it had around 32k. Even on the ClickBank page, it says new VSL for 2020, right? So there's obviously maybe a new angle on the page, or they've revamped it, and they're now converting at, you know, good amounts. So it's a $38 conversion point. So I'm going to look at another one just to compare. So you've got that back to life. And what else do we have here? Looking for stuff around like back pain. Okay, so this one is my back pain coach. All right, let's take a look at this one. Major back pain relief into 16 minutes. So I just want to give you some tips, right? So in terms of like even just that headline, if you know anything about copywriting, then you'll understand that that headline is about instant gratification, right? You're telling somebody about something big, like a big issue, and then you're now saying there's some form of instant gratification that they can achieve from that. So that's a really good headline, and this is the type of like skills and like techniques you want to take into writing your headlines for your ads. Okay, you know, having instant gratification, having the ability to defeat the dinosaur industry, right? The health industry doesn't want you to know this. You know, big dentists don't want you to know this. Plastic surgeons don't want you to know this. All that sort of thing. You know, that's another type of angle, and there's a variety. So I would say that you should definitely invest in, you know, copywriting and understanding, you know, how copywriting works. That's super important. So anyway, let's get back to this offer. So let's take a look at SimilarWeb and see what the data looks like. Okay, so this offer is obviously receiving much less traffic than the other offer. Seen a little bit of a spike between March and April, but even then that was like a what, 30k spike, so nothing too significant. So with all of that said, I'm going to stick with the first offer. This is going to be the offer that we're going to run. So yeah, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to head inside of volume, and we'll start getting this offer set up. So the first thing I want to do is add the affiliate network. So wait for volume to load up. Okay, cool. It's not taking too long today. So affiliate networks. Sometimes it can be quite slow. All right, sweet. So if you haven't added your affiliate network yet, so if you haven't added ClickBank or whatever network you're using for your campaign just yet, you want to add the network to volume, so new affiliate network. Select ClickBank or whatever network you're using. Obviously I'm using ClickBank in this example. And I'll put like ClickBank, and then I'll just go ahead and press save, right? But obviously I already have ClickBank, so I'm not going to save. Once I've added my affiliate network, I want to then add my traffic source. So the traffic source that we're using for this Watch Me Build is going to be Revcontent. So I want to add Revcontent as a traffic source. So I head over to traffic sources, Revcontent, and then press next. And then I would not do anything there, but I would go ahead and press save, right? You don't have to do anything. But obviously I think I have Revcontent already. Let me just put Revcontent test just in case. I'm not sure if it's been added onto this account, because we have a few accounts, a few volume accounts. But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and just save this. And bada boom. So the next thing that we want to do is we want to add the offer, all right? So add the offer. So head back into ClickBank. Talking about back pain, I'm definitely getting a bit of neck pain at the moment. Not that you care, but all right. So let's scroll up. I'm going to select promote. Okay. Sometimes this does happen. So if you see this happen where the vendor requires you to actually apply for pre-approval, just apply, and I would say 8% of the time you will get approved. And if they don't approve you straight away, run an alternative offer that's similar to this, get like, you know, some conversions through, then reapply, messaging the vendor, letting them know, you know, I've been running a similar offer, I'm getting sales, but I feel like your offer will do much better. All right, so in this example, we would have to apply for this offer to run it. So it is quite sad, you know, teardrops, but it's fine. We can use an alternative offer. All right, but if I was really running this campaign, like how you want to run it, I would just email the vendor, and I will try and get the offer within 24 hours. Right, this is not a big deal, as long as you've got some spend in your ClickBank account. If you have no spend and you're trying to get to an offer that has pre-approval required, then you're most likely not going to be approved. But still, there's still a high chance that the fact that you're reaching out and you can demonstrate that you know what you're doing, they will still approve you for the offer. All right, so in this case, because we're doing a watch me build, I'm not going to pursue that offer anymore, which is quite sad, but we can go ahead with this offer. All right, we're still, you know, we've seen that this offer, even though it's not got a million hits, it's still getting 173k, right? It peaked at 250,000 hits in January. All right, but now we're doing around 170,000 a month, which is still decent. Not significant, nothing crazy, but it's still decent. It still demonstrates that people are sending traffic to the offer, which means that we can still make money, which is fine. Okay, cool. So heading back into ClickBank, and I'm going to grab this offer's link. So let's pull this up. Okay. Oh, that was a yawn, big yawn, big yawn. Okay, copy that and head back into volume, new offer, paste that in. What is this offer called? My back pain coach. Okay, so I'll call it back pain coach. Sweet, and oops, affiliate network, ClickBank. Itch the back of my head. Okay, click. Let's do this. Why is this messing up? Alright, sweet. Alright, ClickBank selected, and something will pop up below, giving me something to add. Yeah, as you can see, I now need to add this CID. So as you change between different networks, just to give you some insight into volume if you haven't used volume before, as you change between different networks, ClickBank will essentially tell you what to add to the end of the offer URL, because different networks use different backend systems. So you know, some use Cake, some use Has Offers, and there's a few others. But in this instance, you know, ClickBank, I believe that they have their own backend system, and this is what we have to add. So I'll just copy that, put a question mark at the end, and then paste that in. And I can go ahead and press save. Yeah. Cool. So we now have our offer added. So then the next thing that we want to do is essentially start doing some manual spying on this specific campaign. All right. So we're going to start researching, you know, other affiliates running the offer. I'm not going to do things within what's it called? Within Adplexity. I'm going to do some manual spying. Hopefully I'll find something similar, but if not, I've already got some creatives for the campaign anyway. But I just want to show you that process of manually spying, all right? Because not everybody has access to Adplexity. So right now I'm on a content site. Ignore all of this because this is like mainly just like crappy content. But But the main thing that we want to look at as affiliates is on the right hand side. All right, this is the money side. And we can see here that these are all affiliate ads. So we can see this is a Bitcoin campaign, this is a health offer, it's another finance related offer, and this is another finance related offer. So finance affiliates for this particular site that I'm on are obviously doing quite well, right? So we're not going there because we're not doing finance. But let's see, you know, UK mum discovers unique way to melt away belly fat. All right, we're not obviously doing diet, we're doing back pain. So we'll have a look if there's any sort of other affiliates running like back pain type offers. So I'll just keep refreshing this page. And sometimes you're not going to find, you know, a specific sub-vertical on a particular site, so you need to use another site and do the same process. But obviously manual spying is a tedious process. All right, that's why it's manual spying. Okay, so let's just scroll down. So this is the site that I'm on. Let's just scroll down. Wait for this to load up. Okay, cool. So we've seen some new ads, and some of these are the same. So a lot of this is finance related. And the reason why I'm on this particular site is because ads by Revcontent. So this is one of Revcontent's publishers. All right. So let's refresh this a couple more times. Let's see if anything new appears. Okay, so still a lot of finance. So I'll refresh it 2 more times. Hopefully we get lucky, but we may not. And again, if you are doing this process yourself and you've refreshed a particular site 10+ times and it's still not showing offers related to your particular sub-vertical or niche, that just means that affiliates within your sub-vertical or niche aren't running that heavy on that particular site. So I would suggest that you don't run on that site either. Whereas if I was doing finance offers, this site is, you know, does really well, right, for these finance related offers, because all these affiliate ads are all like to do with like finance, making money, etc, etc. All right, so let's refresh it 1 more time. Good thing is I did do some manual spying and I've managed to grab a lander that I can show you that I found related to like back pain and so forth from the manual spying. So even if it doesn't show anything, we've got another lander to look at. Okay, cool. I've given up on that one. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull up the lander that I did find earlier from manual spying. So let's pull this up. Okay, cool. So we can see here, chiropractors baffled. Is this not working? Yeah, it's working now. Okay. Yeah, chiropractors baffled, 30-second stretch, relieves years of back pain, watch. And you got some image of like some woman doing a stretch and another woman or something. And then we've got like some copy at the bottom. So this is a standard like VSL type lander. You run these landers when you're sending traffic over to a VSL offer. So what we want to do now is we want to essentially recreate this landing page inside of Landerize and just get that set up very quickly. So I'm going to pull up Landerize now. We can start getting this set up. Okay, so a landing page templates. Okay. Sweet. All right, so there are several templates in here now, as you can see, but we are sticking to this neutral VSL1. That does quite well for this specific type of offer. So we're going to just select create page. I'm just going to call this back pane test. Save. Okay. And then what we can do is we can essentially replicate that previous lander, right? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just grab like all of these images, if I can. Can I grab it like that or no? That's sad. All right, so anyway, I've got the lander folder open anyway, so I've got all these lovely images. Boom, boom. What else? Okay. We're not going to use that, but we're going to use these two. Okay, sweet. Alright, so heading back to Landerize, going to grab this headline. We're not going to have the logo. Okay, change up this image. Okay, let me try and find this. Where did I put this image? Okay. There we go. Okay. Oops. I think I've just pressed it too many times and that's just going crazy. Alright, sweet, working. Alright, so let's head back to that lander. They have a name, Emily Locke. That's a bit strange. Apologies if you have the surname Locke, but I've never heard of it. So I'm just gonna call it a generic name. Nah, I've got a better one. Yeah. And 2020. Yes. Okay. Now I want to update this image. So, boom, browse. Let's grab this one. Okay, and then we want to just grab this right here. That's fine. Okay, I think this is all good. I'm liking how that looks. Is there anything else that we need to do for the landing page? So we've got the watch now button as well. Okay, I think the lander is looking in good shape. I think we are good for the lander right now. So I can go ahead and just press save. Okay, so one more thing with the lander is I want to add my click URL from volume. So if I head back into volume, and I head to the gear icon, this gear icon, wait for this to load up. Okay, so it's now loaded up. So what I want to do is head over to tracking URLs. So click on tracking URLs. And I want to select the correct tracking domain. So that is going to be this one. Copy that. Head back into Landerize. I can click on this button. I'm just double checking this. So then that's the example domain of where it go to. So what I want to do is I want to paste in the destination URL after selecting that get icon in the top right. And you go ahead and press save. Sweet. So now my lander is essentially completely set up. So the next thing I want to do with my lander is I want to grab my domain URL. So I'm just going to pull up AWS so I can grab my URL. So let me just log into AWS. And once you've got our URL, we can then create that lander inside of volume, and then we can then create a flow inside of volume. And once we have the flow, we can go ahead and essentially start creating a campaign. All right. Then when we have the campaign created in volume, we can then use that campaign URL to set everything up inside of Revcontent. All right. So the next few steps should be fairly quick. So just logging in. Okay, cool. So I'm now logged in, so I'm just going to pull up AWS on this screen. Nice, I want to head to S3 in AWS. Okay, so this is the domain I'm going to be using. And I can't even remember, did I publish it? Did I publish the lander? Let's double check. Let's go to my landing pages. You want to make sure that you've published the landing page before the next step. So I need to double check if I've actually published this. I don't think I have. So let's take a look. Alright, just wait for this to load up. Okay, cool. So, nope, I haven't published it. Good thing I thought about it. So publish. Which T clicks, publish. Sweet, so in S3, if I click on this. Boom, there it is, back pain test. If I then click on that, go to the index, this is the URL that I can put inside of volume. So head into volume, go back to track, I want to go to landers and new lander, whoops, no, wrong URL. Okay. Paste that in there. Call this back pain. What was the offer called? Back pain coach or something like that, right? Yeah, my back pain coach. Cool. Yeah, I'll just call it back pain coach. Update the tracking domain to match your tracking domain that you're using on your lander and so forth. Save. Then create a new campaign, tracking advanced. So we're going to advanced because we're not using a DSP, we're running this campaign directly inside of Revcontent. So just click initial. Pain coach. Next, oops. I think I double clicked the next. Alright, cool. So we can put a double meta on double meta. And oh, we didn't create a flow, did we? It doesn't really matter. Typically, it's best suggested that you do create a flow, but we can do one without it. Flows are typically best when you are split testing, and with native, it's recommended that you do split test to try and squeeze the profits out of your campaign. But we're just going to be running one-to-one, so in terms of one lander, one offer for this one, so it should be fine. So back pain coach test. Okay, so good. Save. Oh, did I skip something? I guess I did. Yeah, I did. Alright, Revcontent test. Whoops, what did I do? Oh, Rev. Sweet, okay, cool. So next, and then I should be able to press save without any issues. Nice. Select the correct domain. Once again, always double check your tracking domain if you have multiple tracking domains in your account. This is one of our many agency accounts, so it may just be that we have multiple domains, but double check that you do just in case you're not doing that and you can get connected to the wrong domain and then your whole campaign just goes to shit, right? So make sure you double check that. Okay, cool. So we now have our campaign URL. So I'm going to now head over to Revcontent and start building out the campaign inside there. So heading over to Revcontent. So yeah, campaign type, doing a standard campaign. Let's call this campaign test. Bids. When it comes to the bids, we'd recommend that you speak to your account manager, both about your geo, your type of offer you're running, all different variables that you're going to have in your campaign, and they can recommend you good starting CPCs that you can bid on. Budget amount, daily, oops, 500. Pacing is available for all campaigns with a limited budget. Enable pacing forces you to spend evenly throughout the day. Yeah, so you want to have pacing on. Optimize for engagement, optimize for CPA, ROI. You can create a conversion goal, etc., but we're not going to do that right now. But you can do that, you can get that all set up, so then your Revcontent is learning about your campaign. We're just going to keep it simple, just go with the standard one, which is engagement, getting more people to click through, and engage with our lander as well. Start date can be immediate, end date can be never ends for now. Targeting type, we can target by different topics. So then we can then include native, and we're not doing push notifications, and we're not doing ad block. Okay, so that's cool. Countries include, we are doing United States, and that's about it. And then device targeting, we're going to do just mobile, leave that open, leave that open, leave that open. Language targeting, English. Okay, sweet. Okay. So I'm just going to get some of the creatives ready on my other screen. Okay, so this process is pretty straightforward, as you can see. I'm going to go through all of this once again. So you have like your campaign type, standard, the name, back pain test, or whatever the campaign is you're running. Bid amount, I recommended that you speak to your account manager about this, but I just stuck with the one that was already there. Budget amount, daily, then you put your budget per day. Obviously, you understand that with native ads, the higher your budget, the more data you can acquire, then the faster you can then optimize your specific campaign. So just bear that in mind when you're setting a budget. Like if you got a budget of like $50 a day, it can still work. You can still get good data, or you can still get data with that. But just think about it like this, like basic maths, right? So it may take me spending $500 a day, 2 days, right, to get the data that it will take you 20 days to get, right? So I'll probably start optimizing after a couple of days, maybe moving out of the testing phase if I've got like a whitelist or something, whilst you are months behind that, right? So make sure that you understand that's how the native game works. You're acquiring data when you spend, and that data can then be used to optimize on the specific components of your campaign that are profitable. All right, it is pretty straightforward. Okay, cool. So I think that we have everything pretty much set up for this campaign. Let's take a look here. Just looking at some of my notes that I have. Okay. Okay, cool. So far, so good. All right, cool. So we're just gonna go ahead and press save. I don't think I've missed anything out. Okay, cool. So now what we're gonna do is we want to select add new, and the destination URL is essentially going to be our campaign URL from volume. So this URL, so just copy that, and we're just going to paste that in. Wow, okay, my neck. All right, cool. Now this is where we can start adding in specific, ad creative, specific, the headlines and so forth for the campaign, right? So let me have a look. Let me just pull up my. Okay, so I'm going to start pulling up some creatives for this one. So back pain, there we go. So yeah, that's one creative that we can use. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. And we can start adding in some headline ideas. So where was I? Yes, I've got some notes and some headlines that we can use. I'm gonna just start going through them. So one headline that we could use is, yeah, this simple stretch. You're gonna capitalize all of the words. Stretch removes this simple stretch removes years of back pain in minutes, right? Then obviously you will have like your brand name, you know, brand name could be health zone, whatever it is. That's cool. But yeah, I'm liking that. Okay. We can go ahead and we can submit that. Oh, okay. I forgot to capitalize part of it. Let's capitalize the I and the in. Update that. Sweet. Okay. Let's add some more content. Add new. Go back to our campaign URL. So I'm only going to show like with a couple of these added, but just to give you some idea of, you know, how easy it is for you to kind of get all of this stuff set up, right? So yeah, I'm just going to paste in the campaign URL, submit, and headline. So we've done like a headline that's around instant gratification. So what else could I do? I could do a headline that is more geared towards itchy nose, sorry. I'm more geared towards like killing off a big dinosaur, right? So I could do what solve like chiropractors, right? Oh no, I know what to do. And let's reference the offer. So let me just pull up the offer. So we can see on the offer, get out of the way. Let's look at some copy on the offer. Okay, so you guys can't see this, but I can. But look, it says the unusual method. So I'm going to use some of that copy inside of Revcontent. So unusual method removes back pain. And you see how I'm using copy that has been written by professional copywriters, all right, to make things faster for me. Don't get me wrong, I'm very good at copywriting. I can do this if I spend some time on it, but just to be super quick, I can then leverage existing materials that are there for me, all right? Anybody can do this. So unusual method removes back pain instantly. That's nice. We could put how do you, I need to make sure I can spell, I'm spelling chiropractors correctly. So chiropractors. Good, done. So unusual method removes back pain instantly. Chiropractors stunned. We can see chiropractors Oops, that's my Skype. You could put chiropractors annoyed. No, not annoyed. No, shocked, it's better. Chiropractors shocked, right? So unusual method removes back pain instantly, chiropractors shocked. So I want to remix this one. Remix. I want to use this one again for another creative. So I'm just going to paste it on my notepad on my other screen. Brand name is Health Zone. I think that's what we kept it out. Change photo. Just get another photo. So ideally, I'm not going to use all the different photos. So I'm going to show you an example using different photos. I'm going to explain to you how I would do it, right? So you want to essentially have, like for example, if I'm using this image, right? I want to test that image against multiple multiple headlines, all right? So if I have this image with one headline and have another image with a different headline, I'm not doing a fair test, right? I'm not testing things properly. But if I have this image with headline 1, 2, and 3, and I have another image with headlines 1, 2, and 3, then I'm testing properly. It's called a multivariate test. Whereas if it's just all randomized, then it doesn't make sense, right? So right now it's randomized, right? It's random. I'm just showing you because I want you to see examples of creatives and examples of headline and how you can make the copy. But when you're actually making this for yourself, it's important that you understand that, all right? You understand the process because you want to test properly, all right? You want to go through that testing phase during your native ads campaigns very smoothly, all right? So you're going to go through one more. Just going to submit that one. And then we're going to do one more. And then that will be it. Okay, add new, so go back to volume, grab that URL. Okay, like I said, I was going to remix the first one. So, chiropractor short. So unusual method removes back pain instantly. Chiropractor's industry secret. All right. So what I'm doing there is I'm making it seem like there's something that the chiropractor industry knows about that they don't want you to know about, because if you don't know about it, they can take all of your money. Like, wow. So like this then makes people think, what is this thing? It provokes curiosity. They click. They want to watch the video. They want to get the explanation, and then the video and the VSL, I'm assuming, will talk about chiropractors and how they don't mention this and they don't use this because they want to take all your money. They want you to go for repeat sessions, blah 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 blah. So yeah, we're just kind of going down that angle. All right, and what we're doing is just testing out different angles to see which angle works best. Okay. So yeah, this is pretty much how you structure out your campaign. The main thing here is that I've got my lander up in seconds and minutes, right? And you want to be able to kind of get this process set up very quickly, so you can put a lot of your attention on your creatives, your headlines. All right. So make sure you check out Landerize if you haven't already. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like, drop a comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.